In this video, we'll be painting a Necron Royal Warden. Hello everyone, this is Jason from Warhammer Gaming, and for this video, we'll be painting a Royal Warden to help lead my Necron army. Looking forward to seeing how this turns out, so without further ado, let's get going. The first thing that I did prior to recording this video is prime the model using Leadbelcher spray paint. Next, we're going to apply Leadbelcher from the pot to most of the model except for any rocks and skulls on the base, the back piece here, any smooth wires, and these chains. As with my prior Necron models, the reason that I'm applying Leadbelcher from the pot, even though I already primed it with Leadbelcher from the spray can, is because the Leadbelcher from the pot is a little bit brighter, a little bit shinier than the Leadbelcher from the spray can. Admittedly, at a distance, you won't notice too much of a difference, but I would still prefer to have the Leadbelcher from the pot anyways. Now we're going to be using Retributor Armour to paint the following areas: the center ridge of the skull, the collar and chest symbol, the back pieces here and here, and the chains. Next, we're going to use Corax White to paint the following areas: the smooth wires that are attached to the gun, and the back of the head, the orbs on the gun, the eyes on the skull, and the gaps in the ribcage. Now we're going to use Dawnstone to paint the rock on the base. Now we're going to use Wraithbone to paint the skull on the base. So in the next few steps, I'm going to be applying some shade, contrast, and technical paint. However, before I do that, I'm just going to go over the model and do some touch-ups on any areas that I may have made errors on. Okay, and I think it looks a bit cleaner now. Now we're going to use Black Templar contrast paint to paint most of the back half of the gun, as well as the Leadbelcher areas of the cylinders. Next, we're going to apply a coat of Nuln Oil onto all the areas painted in Leadbelcher, as well as the skull that's on the base. Next, we're going to apply Reikland Fleshshade onto the collar, the chest symbol, as well as the circle recesses on the chains. Next, we're going to lightly brush Retributor Armour onto the elevated areas of the collar, the chest symbol, and the elevated areas around these circle recesses, so that the elevated areas are brighter, but the recesses are darker. Now we're going to apply Tesseract Glow to all the areas painted in Corax White. As noted in previous videos, make sure that all the chemicals in the bottle are fully mixed so that the bottle has this uniform green color before using it. Now that we've finished painting the character, the next thing that we're going to do is paint the base. For that, we're going to use Khorne red on top of the base, Abaddon black on the side of the base, and then Martian Ironcrust on top of the Khorne red. Okay, the Martian Ironcrust is on, so now we just have to wait about 18 to 24 hours for it to dry. Okay, the Martian Ironcrust is now dried. As noted in my previous videos, if you want a really pronounced ground cracking effect like you see here, be sure to add on a thick layer of Martian Ironcrust, but if you don't want too much of a ground cracking effect, be sure to apply a thinner layer. Okay, so here's my completed Royal Warden model, which is the first character or leader type unit for my Necron army. And as usual, I wanted to provide some quick commentary. I have to say that I like the look of the model. The chains are definitely a cool way to differentiate the model from the more rank-and-file Necron soldiers, although they were a little difficult to paint around. Also, in prior videos, I used Brass Scorpion as part of my color scheme. However, since the Royal Warden is more of a leader unit, I decided to use Retributor Armour, which is a more golden color, to really emphasize that these units are those with a higher rank. It's a color that I'll probably continue using for other characters and leaders. Anyways, that's the end of my video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to check out my other social media accounts in the description below. Until next time, this is Jason from Force Hammer Gaming, signing off.